Yeah, I know I'm really late on this topic, but I couldn't be fucked to make the video, so we're just gonna get into it. So no matter who you are, by this point, you've probably heard the news that the Doctor is a woman. It's certainly been making the rounds, so to speak, and why wouldn't it? Disregarding any politics or opinions on the matter, the show has been going on for 26 seasons. It has 800 some episodes. I mean, that's including like animated specials and stuff, but even disregarding those, that's still quite a few episodes. So it's only natural this would be something that was highly talked about. Unfortunately, as you know, this is the internet, and normal trendy topics have to reach the point of ridiculousness. But before we even start talking about people's opinions, let's first talk about why there isn't any reason why the Doctor shouldn't be a woman. The idea of a Time Lord regenerating into a woman isn't a new idea. I'm pretty sure Matt Smith talked about it when he was a Doctor at one point, but I'm not sure. I tried looking it up and I really couldn't find it. But, regardless if I'm right or wrong about that, the Master, just recently, he regenerated into a woman named Missy the Mistress. And I don't really know much about it because I haven't been keeping up on Doctor Who recently. I haven't actually watched it in a while, but whatever. But you gotta think about it for a sec. Regardless of a character can do it or not, is it appropriate for a character to do something or not? And you gotta think about that where you make something like the change of a gender. Does a character's personality fit within that change? I've seen a lot of comments arguing the point, well, that would be like changing insert male character here and making them female, or, vice versa. One comment I saw was Wonder Woman. Someone said, oh, making the Doctor a woman is like making Wonder Woman a man. But you see, yes, making Wonder Woman a man would be clearly dumb. Wonder Woman is a character that's really based in being a woman. She's an Amazonian princess. There is no men on that island. Having her be a man wouldn't make any sense, and if you were to make her a man, you'd have to change her entire backstory, thus effectively not making her Wonder Woman. Like I basically said before, when there's no technical reason for the Doctor not to be a woman, there's no kind of clause for him not to be a woman, but also very unlike Wonder Woman, who is a very strong female character. She's built around being a strong female character. The Doctor is not a strong masculine character. You couldn't really categorize him as that. So saying him regenerating into a woman is the same thing as as Wonder Woman regenerating into a man, or not regenerating, but changing into a man, is two completely different things. Something also must be recognized that Doctor Who as a show is a completely different breed to something like, let's say Star Wars, for example. Let's use Han Solo. Han Solo, there's no stipulation why he couldn't be a woman. Okay, he's a swashbuckling rogue who's a smuggler in space. And yeah, he is kind of a manly character, but I could see him being a woman more easily than some other examples. But the thing with Star Wars is, it's one continuous franchise. You'd have to remake something, or it'd have to be a separate thing for him to be a woman, because if he's a woman in this thing, that completely contradicts where he's a man in this thing. So it'd have to be its own separate idea. The Doctor, or Doctor Who at least, is not limited to this. He can just regenerate, or he or she can just regenerate into an entirely different person. Okay, you don't need to remake Doctor Who every time you want a new person. They just regenerate, and it's a new series, and the new person brings a different character to the show, for better or for worse. And you know, you got to take that in consideration when you're comparing these things. When you're saying, "Oh, this character will be a woman, it's like this, it's like that," and it's like, no, it's not, because these are two completely different things you're talking about here. Well, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's take a look that is the shit show of people just getting infuriated by the fact that this is happening. See, this one's an interesting one because this one is very black and white. You know, like, unlike something like the new Ghostbusters remake, that had just a ton of shit coming from everywhere. There was probably actual sexists in there. There was people that didn't think the new Ghostbusters looked like a good movie because it really wasn't. And then everyone was like, "Oh, you are just a sexist." And then you had like interference from the actual company pushing that it was like a feminist movie. But you know, that was a clusterfuck. This one, at least at this point, is very black and white. Now, I'm not saying every single one of these people are being sexist, but all of them that are pretty much being assholes. I will make one clause, is that you might not like the actress, and that's reasonable. You might not like this actor, and you know, that's fine. You know, I like this actor. I liked her in Broadchurch, and I liked her in Attack the Block. I thought she was really good in those. But, you know, maybe you thought someone else would have done a better job. Maybe you have a different idea for a female doctor, and you know, that's fine. That's your opinion. But you know, just people arguing that the fact that she is a woman is a bad idea is just, you know, just an asshole thing to argue. Now you might be saying, well, that's not what I'm arguing, because a lot of people aren't arguing the fact that she's just female. They're arguing the fact that, oh, they're pushing these feministic values and SJW shit. They're shoving it into my television. Get it out. It's ruining my shit. It's ruining my television. You know, people are arguing that. They're arguing that, you know, SJWs are shoving in shitty stories that shoehorn in shit. And you know, I'm all for not shoehorning in shit. I'm not a fan of that, and I think it sucks when companies do shoehorn in a typical thing to pander the people instead of it being a creative decision where someone was like, "Oh, this would be a good idea, let's put it in the show." However, there's one big problem with this. No one fucking knows if that's going to happen. You want to see the reveal? Here's the reveal. Yeah, look at that. Nothing's fucking happening. Like, she isn't doing anything. There's nothing here that would lead you to believe that they're shoving feminist shit in here. They're all grasping at straws that aren't there. At the end of the day, it's way too early to tell what this show is gonna be like now. I'm not even saying there isn't gonna be feminist shit shoved in there and SJW shit shoved in there. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, it's way too early to tell, and now everyone that's arguing that point just looks like a bunch of stupid idiots. Get down off your high horse and just wait. Just wait so you have a platform to stand on, because now, even to me, someone who isn't like a part of the left, someone who isn't a quote-unquote SJW, feminazi, whatever you want to call them, I'm not one of those people. I look at what you're saying and I go like, wow, that's really unreasonable. You're being a really unreasonable person right now. I didn't actually plan to get this heated about this, but you know, I think something that's also really bothering me about the fact about this whole thing is that everything's got to be like a bold statement. It can't just be like, oh, here's Doctor Who, and we added a woman doctor because it doesn't really matter. It's gotta be this fucking bold statement. It's gotta be to the right. It's like, oh, this is SJW propaganda. Get this away from me right now. It fucking sucks. Or, you know, bring in the left here because they are also very unreasonable. You know, extremists. We're talking about extremists on both sides, so don't take this out of context if you lean more to that side, because these are just extreme people. Anyway, they're like, oh, this is such a bold move. This is such a progressive thing to do. Man, this is really gonna make society a better place. And it's like, it's not. Okay, at the end of the day, it's not. It's just a television show, and they have a woman who is the new person, and it makes sense. It makes sense for that. And everyone just needs to calm down a peg, including me. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't even fucking watch this show anymore. Like, the writing's been awful for years. It's like, do you know what all I want is just Stephen Moffat. Just fucking write the show better, okay? That's what I want. Just write a better show. So I'll watch it again, and it won't be complete utter shit. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or a guy. You know, it's just the show is bad. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, why am I... Oh my god, I'm wasting all my fucking time on this. Gotta edit this shit. Why do I even bother, you know? Fuck it, dude.